This is a reading, and it's for April, and it's the twin flame reading, because I've done a soulmate. I'm calling them relationship readings because it can be any relationship in your life. But with the twin flame reading, I'm normally talking about somebody who's emotionally not really available, because that's really what you're normally dealing with with a twin flame situation. Otherwise they wouldn't be running, would they? So well, running, or well, that's the idea, isn't it, of twin flame, I suppose. So I know a lot of people are kind of over their twin flames, and they've dealt with it on this channel as a collective. But that's why I say it's emotionally avoidant energy, basically. So it could be somebody else that you've met since your twin flame who's just not emotionally connecting. So let's just go into the energy. Let's see what's kind of happening for April. Okay, so the cards come out as separation. I'm sorry to say. But maybe it's a good thing, it doesn't have to be the end of something. Sometimes it's just where you need time apart, so you can just focus on your own journeys and your own growth and that kind of thing. So let's see. We'll just go into the recent past. Okay, so there may have been messages. You may have had messages from this person, okay? And it seems like there was progress. There was definitely a connection here with this person, but you were being careful, okay? You have been careful, right? Something sort of doesn't feel quite in alignment as it should be with this person. You've been very careful. You've decided to be more careful. So they might have reached out to you, and you might have been a bit more wary. Or you might have just started to question things and think, oh, I don't really know if this is progressing how I want it to. Okay. So what's going on then, sort of in April then? Okay, Queen of Wands. The main thing is in April is you getting into your alignment and you being in your truth, because the Queen of Wands, she really flows with source. She really knows who she is, and it doesn't matter if what gender or sexuality you are, but it's just an energy showing that you're not really compromising your energy anymore for anybody, and you're not really gonna sort of play a role to fit in with somebody's life. You really do want to be in your truth. So in April, you're actually happy. You're actually feeling a lot happier, a lot more empowered. And this might be what you're working on at the moment. It could actually be very sudden growth, because you've got the Tower, which represents something happening very suddenly. So it's like April is a month of sudden growth for you. And it's like, wow, yeah, like all of a sudden, boom, it's clicking. You've been looking to feel this way for quite some time. And in April, it just clicks. It just suddenly comes together for you. And all of a sudden, you're in your power. And we're in Aries season. It's a very empowering energy. So it does make sense, this kind of fire energy, this empowered energy, feeling on track, feeling in your truth, on your path. But feeling excited and happy. It's a relief, because it just suddenly happens for you, where you've been feeling a little bit pulled out of alignment and you weren't confident or happy with the way things were going. Boom. Because you've been careful, you see, because you've been careful about what was being brought to you, and you weren't 100% happy with because there was definitely somebody coming in towards you, showing you signs of love or passion, because the Eight of Wands represents the arrows of love or passion, right? But it's like it wasn't flowing in the right way for you, so you sort of decided to be careful, and that's why all of a sudden in April, boom, something clicks. It's like you've given yourself this massive dose of self-love, and you've just been so careful that all of a sudden spirit rewards you, and you start to feel empowered, you start to feel aligned. And once you feel aligned and you know you're not pulling yourself out of alignment to sort of please somebody else, or to keep an attachment going, you see, because you're not pulling yourself out of the alignment, you're coming into the alignment, and that helps source flow through you, and all of a sudden it's like a massive explosion in April. Massive. So this is really, really good news for us, soul family, on this channel. Okay, so the person that we're thinking about then, this emotionally avoidant person, right, they're coming out with King of Pentacles energy in the upright position. So this person should be feeling a lot better in April. They may have gone through some purging in March. You know, obviously we're still in March at the moment. We're coming to the end of March. They're coming into their power as well. This is somebody that really could be a match for you, whether it's love or whatever type of relationship it is, because we've got King and Queen energy, and both in the upright position, both in a healthy position. Now your person's got the Temperance card as well, so they're obviously getting more balanced in April, which is a really good sign. Not something I necessarily expected to see from somebody that historically has been very emotionally avoidant. But it's like they're coming more into their power, more into their truth. Perhaps where you've pulled back and they've not been able to play games and keep dipping into ego, they've actually spent a bit more time on their own. And then that's been really healthy for them to come into a bit more of a balance. So what does this person think of you? They think you're very attractive. 9 of Pentacles. You know, they know that you are mature as well, because 9 of Pentacles represents making safe and mature choices for yourself. And that's exactly what you were working on through March. Maybe even, you know, the whole beginning part of this year, January, February, March, you've been working on that. I know I have. And they see you as somebody who's attractive, resourceful, you've got it all going on as far as they're concerned. You know, there's this Wheel of Fortune. So I feel they do feel a sense of destiny with you. It's like they know that they keep coming back to you. They sort of feel destined. There's a part of the universe that is pulling them towards you, magnetizing. Something about it just feels right, you know, and they might not be able to quite put their finger on why. So how do they feel in April? Careful. You know, they must be able to sense a sudden shift in you, and they're trying to be very careful about how they proceed and what they do. You know, they've got themselves into a better position come April. They're a bit more balanced, they're more authentic, they're feeling healthier. Like I said, you weren't happy with what was going on. You know, you pull back your energy, put your energy into yourself. So Spirit's rewarding you. And where you pull back, you know, obviously they then had to regroup and center themselves in themselves and get their alignment with Source. So now they're being careful, which is good. It is good. They've got heartache, okay? This person has got pain body, and that's why they're very careful about protecting their heart, and that's probably why they're emotionally avoidant, because they feel they're getting themselves into a better position than they were, and they kind of want to maintain that position. You know, they don't want, kind of like you know, you sort of, well, you're over that period of feeling like you've got to be cautious. You're just enjoying yourself in April. But this person's kind of like, you know, they're still grieving, or they still sense pain in their heart. They feel like they have to be careful about their heart. So they're obviously not really, although they're in a better position and a bit more balanced, they're still there's still pain inside them that they probably haven't worked through yet. How do they want to move forward? Okay, they've got a Knight of Wands energy. You know, they may just feel like they want to explore, okay? Because Knight of Wands represents departure, okay? And we did have the separation cards. So I know that might not be what some of you want to hear, and you might want to slap me. I haven't said that for a while, but it's like they might just feel they've got to go on their own little journey for a bit. They've got Queen of Cups energy. That's interesting. Oh my God. They're sort of going through this whole thing of trying to get more in touch with themselves and figure out things to do with what they enjoy. So they might just be kind of doing their own thing here, okay, in April. Just, I've got to say it as it is. Doing their own thing. They're definitely feeling better. There's definitely something about them coming more in tune with themselves and getting to know themselves here. Okay, what's hidden that you don't see? We've got the Temperance card reversed, which is a bit of an addictive energy. And it's also an energy of not wanting to let go. Magician reversed. You know, it's sort of an energy of like not really being completely open to what the universe brings. There could be a sense of still wanting to attach to this person, even though, you know, you weren't happy with what they were doing. And it may feel like you sort of still feel a little bit like you're just totally aligned. You're in your source energy. You're not changing yourself anymore. You're definitely feeling happier, but deep down there's still this feeling of like, I'm not really ready to explore new people, or I'm not really ready to completely let go of this person, even though they're not really here, you know, and could be the same for them. That could well be a mirror, that they're sort of feeling the same. The advice from Spirit is that you are going to be happy. You've got the Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, so that is sort of typically being really over a situation. Let's just double check what else, because I like to make sure I'm giving exactly the right thing. Yeah, I mean, it's success. It's getting over things, it's feeling happy, it's success, right? So Spirit is saying just keep focusing on you, keep focusing on just the things you enjoy and being true to yourself. The world, your level of consciousness is going up, okay? You're learning to be happy. You're really learning to be happy on your own, or not reliant on something or someone, you know. You're starting to understand that your happiness comes through you from Spirit. You know, Spirit is with you all of the time, and it's the most wonderful energy to be in. You know, much better than the energy out there where there's loads of ego and God knows what, you know. You're emanating, you're raising your vibration. You're really over. I would honestly say, people that watch these readings, I know there's like a few of you that just do watch these, and like I say, we are soul family, and I feel you really are over the worst of the pain body that you went through, and the worst of the ego, and the worst of the attachment. You're much closer to source, and April sees you happier, more conscious, not sort of, okay, there's a little part of you that still can't completely let go of this person, but in the main you're just things are becoming more successful for you. You're probably going to notice different areas of your life getting more successful in April, and that you're just feeling literally better and more peaceful. Basically, you're just feeling a lot more peaceful. Okay, so although you may sort of be missing this person or not really ready to say the door's completely shut, you're not relying on that as your source of happiness or even torment anymore. It's like you're just actually more present and more peaceful generally. And that's what Spirit is saying, to just focus on that energy, because obviously that energy is what makes you so attractive. And you're much more likely to attract other conscious people, other people who are more, and situations, by the way, because I do see situations becoming more successful for you. Different situations in your life being more successful. But yeah, more just everything flowing better, more, you know, if you're feeling more peaceful. It's lovely. It's great news. It's like a breakthrough. Honestly, April for me, I call the reading, it is a breakthrough. But it's a shame, but it could only really come by you both sort of being separated, or you ending some kind of situation. If you're just watching this generally and there's some other situation you're separating off from, you know, it could only really happen by you sort of having time apart, so that you could regroup in yourself and start really becoming aligned with source, you know. And that's what's happening. It's flowing through you. And it's a breakthrough. It's just an absolute breakthrough for you, because previously, you know, it was like being tormented. It was like you wanting your happiness from this person or this situation, and it wasn't coming, and it was just making you out of alignment. So you couldn't really be happy because it was dependent on that. And now you're over that. You really are. I mean, this is a big breakthrough. So, well, the outcome for April then. 2 of Pentacles. Weighing things up. There may be messages in writing, so you may actually hear from this person. You sort of perceive obstacles, but at the same time, you're balanced. You know, you're conscious enough to just see things as they really are. 2 of Cups reversed. Again, I mean, this is sort of like, you know, you're not really, it's like there's a reunion or something that wants to happen, but it's not quite happening. Let's have a quick look here. Oh, no, that's the Ace of Cups, sorry. Oh, dear. Oh, how interesting. That is so interesting. How odd. In this book, right, they tell you the reverse meanings of all the cards, but there's no reverse meaning for the 2 of Cups. Isn't that strange? Huh. Now, it represents, 2 of Cups represents love, passion, soulmate normally. So, and it's the merging of the 2 people becoming one. And it doesn't have a reverse meaning. That is so bizarre, because they literally all do. Okay, so what is that telling me? And we've got 2 2s as well. 2 2s. The 2s in the tarot represent pure potential. High Priestess. High Priestess is primarily married to Spirit. Okay, she's the spiritual bride. So 2 2s. This, I'll tell you, this April is going to be amazing. It is like we are becoming unified within ourselves, within Spirit. we know ourselves, we're strong now, we're coming into our own. I do feel there could be written communication about you two meeting up at some point in April, okay? Because that Two of Cups does not have a reverse meaning, and it means love, it means friendship, it means union, it means the two becoming one and merging. But it's happening via the High Priestess. It's happening because you merge with Spirit yourself first. So you can't just say, like, from your own mind, just keep trying to figure out, how do I get this person back, or how do I get them to come close because they're emotionally avoidant. What can I do to make this person feel comfortable? You know, like all those things that we go through. It's not like that. April is a massive breakthrough where you merge with yourself, you become peaceful and aligned and happy within yourself because you've had time apart from this person. And then it's basically bringing you back together, you know, because you've both had that time to regroup within yourselves. And I feel, you know, a reconciliation, a reunion, messages, and it's like you're going to be on the verge. If you don't come back together in April, you're on the verge of it, but most likely you probably will meet or communicate in April. So interesting, you know, it's tentative, but it's tentative not because you're scared, it's tentative because you now are in your power and you don't want to give your power away again because you're happy within yourself, you know. Wow, your spirit guides are saying the bloom, creations realised, the right time, harvest and celebrate. So it's the harvest, it's a breakthrough. You know, it's a real breakthrough in April. This is wonderful news. It's hard at the moment because something hasn't worked out, but you've made all the right decisions. You're following the steps that Spirit wants you to take, and you're learning to become peaceful and happy within yourself first. And it's done your person good as well. It's done them good. They need to explore certain things. They need to figure things out and become more balanced. They need to be sort of careful about what they're doing because they're still healing things. And in the meantime, you know, I don't see the connection being completely severed. I feel like it's there in the background, and then boom, you know, there's going to be a lot of consideration to you communicating and meeting up. So that's what I'm seeing for this twin flame, or if it's not your twin flame, it's someone who's been, you know, emotionally avoidant. They've not been coming forth like you thought they were going to. But it's all coming through you first. You connect with you, and then this connection starts to, well, be considered again. Let's put it that way. So that's the message. That is the message. You know, for some of you, it's possible that you might decide just to be friends with this person because you find yourself and you feel so much more at peace and you realise you're happier that way. That's also possible if you just feel, you know, because everyone's different, and some people may feel, actually, I don't really need to come back to this person now because I found me. And, you know, and I think that's what you've got to consider. If I go back to this person, is it going to pull me back out of alignment? Are they going to meet me on a level that I'm happy with? But I don't know. I just feel like there's definitely going to be communication about meeting up and things like that. So that's the message. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up because it helps it get out across YouTube. If you want to book in for a reading, I do an hour reading, a 40-minute reading, and I also do a 10-minute voice note reading that is a little bit more affordable as well. So you can go click on the link to my website, which is below. It'll take you straight to the website, and you can also contact me on Facebook, Awakening Tarot, and email. So that's it. Sending you lots of love and peace.